Hey guys, I just felt like breaking some things down about the content creation side of Helldivers 2, and have you ever noticed that most content creators, including myself, will put, "I'm just giving my opinion." But now that I stop to think about it, are we truly giving an opinion? Or are we just too afraid to speak our minds in fear of getting mass reported or doxxed? I'm beginning to believe that we're being pushed down by the overtly self-righteous and prideful people on the internet. And I don't speak of pride in a good way. Especially when it comes to Arrowhead. I did get quite a bit of Redditor-esque comments on my previous videos, which I know most of their arguments fall apart. Unless they're an elite keyboard warrior who will write an entire paragraph, which doesn't even add up to the logic you explain to them. But back on track. It really isn't the healthiest thing for us content creators to shut out how we really feel. Including everyone who watches this video. And speaking of, I absolutely do not care about the hate. I'm doubling down by sticking to my guns. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We need to keep spreading the message. There's always going to be that one fool in the crowd with his thumb in his mouth, not paying close attention to the obvious noise, but by the time they come to a conclusion, it's always when the toxic positivity influencers or narrowhead or people who just play casually and try not to accept the fact that they're being milked by a greedy company who now only cares about profits and continues to feed them slop bonds, says, "Guys, we need to buy the new war bond. We need our continually broken and buggy slop." And of course, when they don't realize the situation at all, of course they're going to go into comment sections and try to dunk on your head. And a little birdie told me that Tencent bought 15.8% of Narrowhead. And don't let Glazers gaslight you into thinking that Tencent won't buy out the rest of Arrowhead. They're a mega corporation who's buying other corporations or companies to maximize their profits. And we know mega corporations aren't here to play nice. They're here to take your money and run. And of course, the spineless, bend-the-knee narrowhead. Why possibly agree to let Tencent take 15.8% of their company? And of course, people will write in my comments, but they need to make money too. But I don't think you understand that this is a mega corporation we're talking about. They have more money than you and I. And it's hilarious how people have become way too entitled to something because they can't think for themselves anymore. Anyways, it just really bothers me how it's like we need to keep our mouths shut because people are conditioned to believe that telling the facts is a crime to society and it should be punishable by ruining people's lives. I'm looking at you, Reddit, including certain YouTubers like Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear. It's just something about the way he talks, like he's itching to speak his mind, but the thought of getting booted off his propaganda commander role is probably haunting him. I personally don't think it's anyone's fault, including Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear. They're all victims of lies, manipulation, and verbal harassment by a company that promised a fun horde shooter, but was instead a buggy, broken, slop bond mess, who welcomed toxicity and maliciousness with open arms, which they still continue to deny allowing. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.